So if you've been part of this community for a while, you know that I am a strong believer in mental health. And I'm at one of those places that I love because they're trying to normalize mental health for everybody. So a little bit about my mental health journey. At age 13, I started going to therapy because I suffered from separation anxiety from my parents. And I knew that I wanted to do more with my life and the anxiety was getting in the way. So I've been going to therapy since I was 13 years old. And I have noticed through the decades, because I've lived 4 decades now, that slowly but surely people look less strangely at me. But still, there are people that I'll say, oh no, because I have therapy this week. And they'll be like, you go to therapy? Why? And I'm like, because you don't. And I have to handle people who don't deal with their mental issues. No, I'm kidding. I go to therapy because for me, mental health, and thankfully I was born into a family that believes in keeping your mental health healthy. For me, it's like going to a doctor because I suffer from an allergy. I know I'm making it super basic and super simplified, but I have anxiety and I have self-esteem issues and so on. And so why not find help for it? And so I've been going on since I was 13, on and off, and then for the last 20 years, I've been seeing the same therapist. Sometimes I go weekly, sometimes I go every 2 weeks, but I never stop going. Even when it's financially difficult, which is the reason I'm at the place where I'm gonna show you, I sacrifice other things in order to pay for therapy. And thankfully, I can do that, right? I had parents who could pay for it, and I have a job that has insurance that helps me pay for therapy, but I know that's not the case for a lot of people. And that's when places like this one where I'm at today, this is a coffee shop. It's called Coffee, Hip Hop, and Mental Health. So there's everything is on the title, right? On the name of the place. And this is their permanent residency. But for the longest time, the owner, Chris, who credits therapy for saving his life, was doing pop-ups, and he was doing pop-ups where he would be selling coffee and he would have an awesome environment for people with great hip-hop music, and the proceeds would go to offer free mental health services to people in Chicago who couldn't afford it, people in the suburbs who couldn't afford it, and now they are able to have this permanent location in a very nice part of town. This is Lakeview, and bring people to a safe space where they can not only receive free mental health, they can hang out here, and if they want the company, they can have it. And also where everything you see is to help you out. So for example, they have positive messages in every cup of coffee to send you off on a good note. See, like mine says, you are joy. The hip hop component, well, the menu has like a Queen Latifah latte, and mine is named after Rihanna because it has coconut and cinnamon, and it's fantastic. Their merch is wonderful, and they offer free group therapy here. They offer yoga lessons, but when you go online to their website, you can also find a list of therapists, and you can sign up and get teletherapy for free. So I think that with these kinds of programs, and I'm going to put the information on the description of this story or of this video, because anything you donate goes a little bit to the operations of the coffee shop, and almost everything goes into offering free mental health services. So then if you get quote unquote the excuse of not being able to afford it or not having access to it out of the way, then all we have left is the taboo, right? As a community, I know in the Latinx community and in the Black community, this happens a lot, that we suck it up and no one needs mental health. You have family and friends that can support you. Let me tell you something. Sometimes the family and friends are the ones who are causing that anxiety or have caused that trauma, and you need a third party that is trained to help you out with your mental health. So check it out. Coffee, hip hop, and mental health. And let me know what your mental health journey has been. Mine is has been wonderful, is the reason that I have been able to achieve all my dreams, because I have always taken care of what's in here first. Leave your comments and don't forget to subscribe.